Hello friends, I'm Anurag Tripathi. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Physics at IIT Hyderabad, and I will be the instructor of this course on classical mechanics, which will be a 12 weeks course. So it will run for a full semester. And this course is mainly meant for students doing their masters in different Indian universities. But I believe that this course will be also accessible to advanced students who are doing BSc Physics or doing BTechs. Okay, so that's the intended audience. Classical mechanics is a very beautiful course, and it is one of the pillars of physics. This is, I believe, first place where you start asking why should the momentum be conserved, or why there is something like energy which is conserved. Okay, and as you will see in this course, this will be the first few hours where I will talk about how symmetries of space and time dictate these conservation laws. So whatever knowledge or information we had from Newtonian mechanics, that is recast in a new language which is even more suited to understand these symmetries, okay, of space and time and of other nature. And no doubt that these formulations which we are going to undertake in this course prove very useful when one starts looking at physics at lower energies, lower length scales, where quantum mechanics becomes important. So the language we develop here is readily usable there. Okay, you have to just throw in the quantization principle. But even apart from that, the subject in its own, it's very beautiful. There are several nice topics which are traditionally covered in this course, which I'm going to also follow. And here's the list which I have written down here. So I'm going to start by casting down the equations of motion that govern a system, how it evolves with time. Not in terms of Newton's equations, as you may have already been doing, but rather writing them down using what is called Euler-Lagrange equations. Okay, and we'll see why this is very powerful. Okay, and we will also derive those equations from another beautiful principle, which is called principle of least action. Okay, so we'll see that there is something which we can define, which is called action, and it's a minimization principle which gives the equations of motion that govern the evolution of a system. So these will be our first encounters with the subject, okay, and which will be really beautiful. And then we plan to go on to look into the subject of small oscillations. Okay. So when you disturb a system from its equilibrium configuration by a gentle amount, so that it stays near the equilibrium configuration, but executes oscillations. We'll talk about normal modes in that case and other things. And then we'll talk about central force problem, which I believe you must have encountered in your previous courses. Okay, and specifically we'll talk about two-body problem, which is quite relevant for example, studying solar system or any gravitational interaction between two bodies. And we'll also talk about scattering in a central force field. Okay. Another very useful and quite studied subject in this case in the classical mechanics course is motion of rigid bodies. Okay, so if you're given a rigid body which is under some forces, how it's going to move around in time, that's one thing we want to learn. And also I will take up towards the end of the course canonical transformations. So roughly this will be the plan for this course. I do not plan to go into relativistic mechanics. So I'm not going to do that part. Neither I'm going to look into chaos. I'm not going to cover chaos. So these will be important omissions in this subject, but there are lots of books you can follow. Also, it's very important that while you are following this course, you refer to some books. So you should be in parallel to these lectures. You should be following some books. Okay, so there is no substitute for a good book, as there is no substitute for a good life teacher. So I've listed down some books which I like. There are many more in the market, but here are a few of them. Very fantastically concise book is by Landau and Lifshitz. It's called Mechanics. It's very beautifully written. Then Goldstein is a very popular book. Its title is Classical Mechanics, and second edition is, I think, better in my opinion than the third edition. Also, a very nice small book by Langsos, The Variational Principles of Mechanics. I would definitely encourage you to have a look at this. There's another book which is also quite popular, which is Hand and Finch, Analytical Mechanics. Then a book which has which I have found exceptionally beautiful is by L.A. Pars. Its title is A Treatise on Analytical Dynamics. It's not a small book. It is 640 pages, but exceptionally beautifully written. Okay. There's another book which is much more advanced than what the course would be, and this is by Arnold, Mathematical Methods of Classical Mechanics. But I would definitely encourage you to have a look at this book and be aware that this book is around. And so these books are all at very different levels, and some of them may not be suitable for some of the students, and for some of you they will be. So pick your book wisely and the one which suits you, so that it is not appearing too difficult. And I hope that you will have a good time learning this subject. And yeah, thank you.